This solves everything for the Dallas Cowboys as we get a bad injury update, but we know exactly how to solve our problem. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to Cowboys Football 365. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. But if you didn't hear, yesterday we added DeMarvion Overshown, took him off IR, put him on the roster, and more importantly, Siobhan Revel was upgraded from the NFI list and brought onto the starting lineup. Unfortunately, the corresponding move to open a roster spot was safety Juanyeh Thomas being added to the reserve/NFI list himself. The move means that Thomas will be forced to miss a minimum of 4 games starting in Week 11 against the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, losing Thomas is a big blow to the Cowboys defense as he's been considered a starter ever since Malik Hooker's injury earlier in the year. Though the latter could return soon, Thomas was an important depth at the position. Losing him should motivate the Cowboys to look for outside help, and fortunately for them, there's a clear free agent target for them to pursue. Last week, the Tennessee Titans waived veteran safety Quandre Diggs. He has since cleared waivers and is available to sign with any NFL team that he wishes to. According to NFL's Ian Rappaport, Quandre Diggs' release happened after the veteran requested his release from the Tennessee Titans. So, first off, talking about Juanyeh Thomas, forced into the starting safety spot after the injury to Malik Hooker, who started the season as a Dallas Cowboys starting safety. Now, Malik Hooker is a ball hawk and is a tremendous piece for this defense. Unfortunately, he got hurt. Injuries happen, but now Juanyeh Thomas is going on IR, meaning he is going to miss at minimum 4 games for us. But he's on IR. He's already missed 2 games due to migraines, and it's actually migraines that have sent him to the IR for the time being. That's pretty scary to think about, just your head hurting that much that you can't play football, because these are tough dudes. Like, these guys are not missing plays just because their head hurts a little bit. But hey, football's no joke. Taking all those hits, it's about to happen. It's going to happen. Hoping Juanyeh Thomas take enough time, get yourself right, make sure you come back healthy. The stuff with the head's scary. You don't want to ever, risk anything. I know you want to fight for the team. The team's going to be here. You go get healthy yourself. We have other opportunities. But looking at what we are losing on Juanyeh Thomas heading to IR, currently hasn't forced any turnovers. Actually, 0 interceptions on the career of Juanyeh Thomas. This season had 26 total tackles, 14 solo, 12 assisted, no forced fumbles or turnovers. So not a turnover monster, but Juanyeh Thomas was a solid depth piece that we had in after Malik Hooker moved on. But now let's talk about what Quandre Diggs is going to bring to the table. Quandre Diggs is a veteran NFL safety who started in the NFL all the way back in 2015. A draft pick of the Detroit Lions. He has been on Seattle, he's been on the Lions, and now most recently the Tennessee Titans. And you may say, why do we want a safety who was bad enough to be cut from the worst team in the NFL? And I would say to you, he wasn't cut from the team because of poor play. He was cut because he requested a release and the team granted it, as teams should be doing when it comes to your team's really, really bad. And this is a veteran player. Go let him play on a team to try to go win. When you're that old, when you've been in the league for a decade, you deserve to maybe not, bandwagon and just go to the best team, but you shouldn't be stuck on the worst team in a rebuild year. So it makes a whole lot of sense for the Titans to cut Quandre Diggs, go let him do whatever he wants to do. Say, thank you for what you did for us. Go out, good luck in your next ventures. But the Dallas Cowboys need to be taking a close look at this player, because we are absolutely ravaged by injuries at all of the defensive back positions, but specifically the safety position. If we look at what we got cooking right now, Donovan Wilson is not playing Week 11 versus the Raiders. His knee is still bothering him. Malik Hooker still not off of IR. He should be back later on in the season. You don't know. We got Siobhan Revel's coming off of IR. He's finally going to debut, our 3rd round pick. That should be very, very exciting. But this back end, our defensive backs just have struggled so much this year. We have given up far too many bombs, and I really don't understand how it can keep happening, because you would think after every single game, the problem is giving up deep passes. You would think we would move to a more shell coverage. We would drop back 2 deep safeties and play even 2 corners deep in most of the time and not get beat over the top. But somehow we're still getting beat over the top. Somehow Marvin Harrison Jr. is having his best game against our defense. Not what you want to see. DaRon Bland, our number 1 cornerback right now, who is healthy, likes to take chances. So he's going to get caught taking one of those chances, sooner or later. Got caught against Marvin Harrison Jr. Hopefully he gets some interceptions and doesn't continue to get caught later on in the season. But Elijah Clark currently sliding in at the free safety position now that Juanyeh Thomas is out. It's really, really, really rough. We're going to have to see if Marquise Bell is going to be up for playing this weekend. I mean, it's really gross. The safety position, I don't even want to look at the safety position. Let's just talk about something else we can talk about on this depth chart. Reddy Stewart, kind of came out of nowhere, but playing pretty well for Dallas. Just got to figure out how we can get this safety room, this cornerback room, to be playing at a higher level. I mean, it's not going to be good. You need talent in the NFL. And right now, when any team in the NFL is facing this many injuries, they're going to not look very good when you're on the field. It's going to happen. Matching up, especially fortunately, we're up against the Raiders, who don't have a downfield threat. Brock Bowers, the best tight end in football, but they don't have a wide receiver that really scares you. I know Trey Tucker got a lot of speed, but just stay behind him, stay deeper than their deepest guy. And we really shouldn't have an issue with the Raiders offense, but this game is going to be an opportunity for DaRon Bland to take some of those chances, as Geno Smith is currently leading the NFL in turnovers. Now, some of the turnovers aren't his fault. He's thrown kind of an alarming amount of passes that have gone off the hands of really, really good players such as Ashton Jeanty, and still ended up in interceptions after being an accurate pass. Hopefully that is going to happen for us. We're going to have opportunities to turn over the Raiders football team. Their offense has been struggling in a crazy way. Our defense has been struggling. We can see if we are going to be able to take advantage of the struggling Las Vegas Raiders offense. But I am very excited to see what the new trade acquisitions are going to do. Logan Wilson and Quinnen Williams being added to this defense, as well as getting those other guys that I mentioned earlier, Marvin Overshown and Siobhan Revel, back off of injured reserve. This defense, don't expect it to completely flip a switch in 1 week. It's going to look a whole lot better than it's looked in the past. We have to remember, this is the Las Vegas Raiders offense. It's not a good offense. These guys, or if it's bad, the defense is still meshing together. These guys are still learning how to play with each other. So no matter what happens against the Raiders, we have to remember it's not the end of the world. This new look defense is going to need a little bit of time to mesh, but the Las Vegas Raiders provide a perfect opportunity for a team that we can learn about the new acquisitions and mesh together, because like I said before, that offense loves to turn the football over and they are not very good. But that's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and go Cowboys.